Yeah. Is there some sort of collusion between the Athletics and Brian Cashman? Because either Brian Cashman is extremely dumb or there's money happening under the table. Brian Cashman might as well go after Trevor Bauer. He's already ruined his reputation. Ruin it some more. Go after Bauer. What do you have to lose, Brian? Look, realistically, the only move that he made this offseason was going out there and getting Carlos Rodon. And that was basically how. That move was how. Judge and Rodon was how. Brian Cashman. Oh, man. We still have the same team from last season. And this guy, Brian Cashman, came out recently basically saying that, I'm not saying that he said these exact words, but he was referring to Yankees fans as crybabies. And they should be happy that they were 4 games out of reaching the World Series. Even though they got swept by the same team that owns them repeatedly. So, Brian, how are you going to fix this?
Con los rompe discoteca. Tú quieres duro. 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 Hoy te demostramos que somos los nuevos jefes del underground. Quieres duro. Dale duro que dale más duro. It is high, it is far, it is God. Los verdaderos. Vamos pa' la calle.
Mixing live straight from New York City.
Gente, what's good? How's everyone doing today? This is another episode of Don Yankee con el Body. I'm Roberto Ruiz, aka Don Sicario. Today's episode is gonna be spicy. It's gonna be spicy, folks. I'm gonna piss off a lot of people. Probably lose some followers. That's fine. I don't have that many. But the ones that I do have are the bombs. We having some rotation issues right now, folks. Frankie Montas probably out for the season. Nestor Cortez maybe with a phantom IL stint right now. But, you know, Nestor Cortez recently has had long season and whatnot, has pitched a lot of innings, but he's not really used to this. So maybe his injury is real. But we're kind of looking out for that, and they're trying to save him and kind of protect him. That's why he's not attending the WBC. I want to talk about what's available, what pitchers are available right now that we could kind of go for. Primarily one, and I know I'm going to contradict everything I've said about this dude. I've tweeted about this guy. Everything I'm going to say now is going to contradict everything I've tweeted about and my opinion and my disdain on this guy. Trevor Bauer.
Damn, son.
I don't like this guy. I don't like the person that he is, with all the news that came out of what he did. I don't like him. I don't approve of none of that. But Trevor Bauer, the pitcher, I like. He's a great pitcher. He has nasty stuff. And right now, as we stand here, with the way the rotation is, a Trevor Bauer sliding right into that rotation, to this Yankees rotation, who's minus Frankie Montas, would be such a power move for us. Do I think it's going to happen? No. I don't think Brian Cashman has the nuts to do that. He'll take a big PR hit and all the drama that comes with it. I understand that. I get it. But let's be real, folks. Who would you rather have in a postseason game? Winner take all. Trevor Bauer or Domingo Germán or Clark Schmidt? I love those two. I'm glad they're always around. They're getting their chance to play. Domingo Germán, I'm a fan of Domingo Germán. Domingo Germán, the pitcher, not the person, because we already know what happened with him and his wife, who just had a baby a few months ago. Congratulations to them. I think. But anyways, Clark Schmidt, who's an innings eater, you know, I'm a fan of them, but let's not sit there and act like Trevor Bauer's not a great pitcher. He's only going to get paid a little bit over $700,000, the minimum. That would be such a steal. A lot of teams don't want to touch that because they're afraid to take a PR hit. But I bet you if the Houston Astros would have picked him up and he would show out in the postseason, Yankee fans will be crying. Why didn't we grab him? You know, deep down inside, they will be crying. They will be like, damn, we should have grabbed him. I said, go for it. Be the evil empire. Be that team that everybody hates again. You throw in Trevor Bauer right there with Garrett Cole, Rodon, like that, man, with Sevy, all that energy in there. Oh, well, Garrett Cole doesn't like Bauer. I don't care what Garrett Cole thinks. I love Garrett Cole. He's the ace. But he's a diva, and we all know it. He's a big diva. If he's not professional enough to squash that beef with him so they can all be on the same rotation and go for the same goal, and that's winning a championship, then what are we doing? Garrett Cole, I get he's the highest paid guy right there in the pitching staff. But since when do we have to get approval from these guys? If anything, if Judge was to talk and speak out and say, listen, I don't want anything to do with this guy, I understand that. Cool. But I don't want to hear the whole Garrett Cole doesn't like him. I don't care. The reason why the Yankees uniforms do not have names on the back of the jerseys are because it's not about the player, the individual player. It's about the uniform. It's about the team. It's about what matters more for this team, what matters most. And that's winning a championship. And you best believe if you throw Trevor Bauer in there, even if he hasn't pitched in a while, that guy he knows how to pitch. He's a great pitcher. He has a little bit going on up there in La Cabeza, but what athlete doesn't? All the weird athletes are great athletes. They all have something weird with them. If he was to have a sit down with the whole ball club, let's say with the captain and maybe the top dogs in there, and kind of explain to them, like, because he's shown that he would do it. He apologized when I'm not gonna get too much into that whole situation. But I bet if he was to have a sit down with them and kind of explain to them, like, listen, this is all gonna be professional. This is all about winning a championship, etc., etc. I think they'll be okay with it. Does Brian Cashman have the nuts to pull this off, though? What? How much more worse can it get? We don't have, Montas is out. Hopefully, Nestor Cortez, it's all BS, and he's healthy, and he'll be ready to go for the season. But do we really want to depend on our depth guys, Herman and Schmidt? What if somebody else gets hurt? Who are we going to call up? We don't have the closest prospects we had are all gone, and they traded them for Frankie Montas, Sears, and Waldichuk. Gun to my head, I'd bring him in. Again, I know I'm contradicting myself. I know I talked a lot of shit about Trevor Bauer because I don't like him as a person. But anybody that's watched baseball and knows baseball, we know that guy can pitch. He's a great pitcher. He'll give any of these contenders an edge. I know the Dodgers let him go, but the Dodgers have enough pitching. They didn't want to take the hit, that's fine. But from my understanding, that clubhouse was 50-50 on wanting to bring him in. Some of them didn't care about what he did. They are focused on winning. And right now, Yankee fans, that's all we should be focused on. And the Yankees should be focused on just winning. Again, if we just stick to baseball, and just kind of don't worry about their personal lives or anything like that, this shouldn't be an issue. You know how many athletes have done crazy stuff? And none of that matters once they start doing their thing on the field or in the court, whatever sport we're talking about. I get it. I understand, folks. But stop. Let's win a damn championship. Let's get some attitude in that damn team. Let's get some horses in there that could pitch. They could take you, give you 7 innings with good pitching. He'll give you that. Stop being such crybabies. All of you, I get it. I know I'm contradicting myself, but at this point right now, we don't have anyone else. And there's nobody really available. Unless Brian Cashman could pull some trade in grabbing somebody else's ace or somebody else's number 5 guy that's just going to give you a few innings, 5 innings with probably 3 runs, 4 runs. If that's what it's going to come down to. But at the end of the day, who would you rather have in a winner-take-all in the postseason? Trevor Bauer or Herman or Schmidt? Who would you have? Be honest. Oh, I really have. No, you wouldn't. Shut up. Shut up. I get it. Listen, don't hate me. Don't hate me. I just want to win. I want to see this team win, just like all of you do. Oh, Sicario, now all of a sudden you want Bauer. Yeah, now, all of a sudden, now I do want Bauer. Because guess what? The spring training hasn't even started, and we're already a mess. That rotation already, we're already missing some guys. Severino has had history of getting hurt. So has Rodon. Nestor Cortez, he's recently has pitched a lot of innings. What's the last 2 years? But before that, he didn't. So we need some depth. We need some pitching depth. We need to go for it. If they're gonna go into the season with Aaron Hicks and Cabrera in left field, Josh Donaldson at third, we might as well bolster up the rotation. Might as well. What do we have to lose? If he becomes a virus, if he's toxic, whatever, just let him go. They're not paying much for him. The Dodgers got to pay everything. All I'm saying, folks, we trying to win or not? We need to see this team make it to the World Series. You can't complain about the Yankees not trying to grab aces and trying to grab like legit players, but then have the moral police come out and start complaining. Well, no, I don't want him because of this. We trying to win or not? You know how many POS players have been around the league? We put up with Domingo Germán. We put up with Chappie. I get that Bauer's situation is more intense. Cool. But at the same time, he's available. He's available. So, just think about it. Obviously, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think Brian Cashman has the balls to do it. But gun to my head, if you would ask me, Sicario, would you be okay with it? Yeah.
Damn, son.
Even after all the shit I talked about him. At this point, right now, in the offseason, spring training hasn't even started. We're close to it. And the rotation is missing some guys, and there's some issues already with injuries. I say do it. Why not? What do we have to lose? A bunch of fans complaining? Y'all gonna complain regardless. All we do is complain. Because this brass is a mess. This organization is a mess as of lately. Regardless, everybody's gonna complain. Might as well have somebody... The minute this guy goes in there and shuts down one of these teams, 7 innings, 8 innings, y'all gonna all forget about it. Y'all gonna forget about it. Again, I don't think it's gonna happen. But let's not sit here and act like acquiring Bauer would not help this team out. That's all I'm saying. You come follow me. You can tag me, talk shit all you want. I don't care. I got thick skin. So anyways, again, it's another quick episode of Don Yankee con el Bori. I'm Roberto Ruiz, a.k.a. Don Sicario. Don't forget to hit up the NYYNEWS shop. Go get your friends or your girlfriend or something nice. We got some hats, we got some shirts, a bunch of merch. So, till next time, folks, hold it down.
Mixing live straight from New York City.